Yes, Mataji. Now we can start. I'll start the recording.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call, this mid-morning session. Today we are very fortunate to have association of His Great Saciparana Gaurahari Prabhuji. Prabhuji will be enlightening us on Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Adhi Khanda 2.194. Hare Krishna, Saciparana Gaurahari Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and association this morning. Chira Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Please take over the class, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Is my audio okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to offer my obeisances to all the devotees on this call. All of you are very sincere, very mature and expert in practicing devotional service. I am very insignificant and I have no knowledge, no maturity in the process of bhakti, but by Krishna's mercy, I have been given this opportunity to speak a little bit on Caitanya Bhagavat. I'm very thankful for this opportunity. I hope that I can please all of you by serving you, and I request all of you to please pray for me and bless me so that I can chant nicely and I can progress in my bhakti. So we'll start with Mangalachan Prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savatutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namo mahavadanyaya krishna prema pradayate krishnaya krishna chaitanya namne gauratvishe namaha he krishna karuna sindho deenabandho jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta radha kanta namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Eva Kevalam Kalau nasteva gatiranyata Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum langayate girim Yat krupatamaham vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. We'll start with one verse glorifying the most relishable scripture and the author Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. It is said, Vrindavana dasa pade koti namaskara aiche granta karite ho tarila samsara. We are offering our respectful obeisances to Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Koti namaskar. Not one, not two, but millions of obeisances at the lotus feet of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Why? because he's a great devotee and he has composed, he has given us this great scripture, Grantha, by which Tarila Samsar, the entire samsar, material world, can be delivered. That's the greatness of the scripture, Sri Caitanya Bhagavata. So today we will read from verse 194 till chapter 2, Caitanya Bhagavata Adhi chapter 2, verse 194 till verse 210. So all of these verses were kind of related to the same topic, so I thought I'll just cover all of these. So I don't have the soft copy, Mataji. If someone wants to share, that will be perfect. Otherwise, I will read from the book directly here. Verse 194 of chapter 2. Ei mata brahmadi devata pratidine guptera hi ishwarera karena stavane. In this way, the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, would daily offer prayers in seclusion. So this is a constant practice that we see across all the scriptures, various instances, the devatas and the devotees offering prayers. Even when Krishna appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki and from the womb of Mother Devaki, at that time we see all the devatas offering so many prayers. Some were visible, some were hidden, but there was a lot of auspicious omens that were evident at that time. Mother Devaki could also feel, Vasudeva also could feel. So same way here also, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the womb of Mother Shachi, at that time all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, daily offered prayers. Verse 195. Shachi garbe vaise sarva bhuvane ravasa Falguni Purnima Ashi Haila Prakasha. The Lord, who is the shelter of all universes, remained in the womb of Shachi Devi until the Falguni Purnima gradually approached. Purport: the Supreme Lord, who is the resting place of innumerable Vaikuntha planets and material universes composed of 14 planetary systems, has appeared in the womb of Mother Shachi. The Lord remained in the womb of Shachi until the full moon of the month of Falguna in the year 1486. The word Sachi Garbha Sindhu refer to the form of pure goodness. So this verse explains that the Lord, who is the shelter of all universes, Sarva Bhuvanera Vasa, the Lord is shelter of all universes, but now he is residing in the womb of Mother Shachi. So this is the Achintya that we talk about. This is inconceivable. And the Lord stayed in the womb of Mother Shachi till the Falguni Purnima. You know, Mahaprabhu appeared on Purnima. We celebrate Gaur Purnima. So that is the month of Falguni. And the year given is 1486. Well, and we also see this was something that I was remembering when I read this verse, that in Rudabhakshan Leela also we see how Mother Yashoda asked Lord Krishna, little Krishna, to open his mouth, and when Krishna opened his mouth, Mother Yashoda could see lot of things in Krishna's mouth. She could see the entire universe, all the millions of universes in the little mouth of Krishna, and in those million universes she could see the universe that she was in, specifically the country, the place, the location, the house where she was in, and she just got mesmerized. She fainted. So same way how Krishna showed all the universes in his mouth, same way here also the Lord is referred to as Sarva Bhuvanera Vasa. Verse 196. Ananta Brahmande Yata Ache Sumangala Sei Purnimaya Ashi Milila Sakala. All the auspicious all the auspicious symptoms present throughout unlimited universes appeared together on that full moon night. So, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, he is explaining all the auspicious symptoms that were present when Mahaprabhu appeared. Sankirtana Sahita Prabhura Avatara Grahanera Chale Taha Karena Prachara. Thus, the Lord simultaneously appeared along with the congregational chanting of the holy names, which he inaugurated on the pretext of a lunar eclipse. The tradition of chanting the names of Hari for fruitive results during solar and lunar eclipses has been current since time immemorial. Although such chanting of the holy names yields insignificant fruits, Sri Chaitanya Deva coincidentally appeared while everyone was thus engaged. So I think this one verse itself, it can be several lectures actually. So the Lord wanted to inspire everyone to chant. One of the reasons, as part of today's discussion, we will touch on this topic as well. One of the reasons that the Lord appeared was to distribute the holy name. But our acharyas explain that the Lord need not come to distribute the holy name. Even in the previous yugas also, there was different holy names that were distributed, but Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not appear himself for that. Mahavishnu was capable of doing that. But in this, there were several instances, there were several reasons why Mahaprabhu wanted to appear. So Mahaprabhu coincided his appearance with this grahana. He used this pretext, chala. He used this pretext of grahana, lunar eclipse, to appear, and also to make people chant the holy names. Because generally we see not just chanting the holy names, even Ekadashi fasting also. There are several people that do Ekadashi fasting, not just ISKCON devotees, not just Vaishnavas, even some non-Vaishnavas also follow Ekadashi. But their understanding of Ekadashi is different. The reason why we follow Ekadashi is to go closer to Krishna, purify ourselves, allocate more time in bhakti than other activities. So those are the main reasons that why we perform Ekadashi. It is pleasing to Krishna. We can chant more, we can serve more by giving up eating food, dedicating more time in the service of the Lord. That's why we perform Ekadashi. But there are other people who perform Ekadashi because Ekadashi gives lot of material benefits. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So looking at those benefits, lot of people perform Ekadashi. So same way, there are people who perform chanting also. But their reason for chanting is different than why we chant. We chant because we want to please Sri Sri Radha Krishna, Guru and Gauranga. That is the reason why we chant. Definitely in the initial stages we chant because it's a vow that we took. We took a vow to chant 16 rounds, or how many our rounds. One may be chanting 2 rounds, 4 rounds, whatever the quota is one has set. We chant those rounds as an obligation because we took a vow. But as we progress in the path of bhakti, we have to grow from that stage of obligation. And the one reason why a lot of devotees chant is to please Krishna, is to please Srimati Radharani, is to please Guru and Gauranga. And by pleasing them, they will give us their mercy. And actually I was hearing a lecture recently in that the senior devotee was saying that we chant and Krishna is pleased. So why is Krishna pleased? Krishna is pleased because by us chanting the holy names, we purify ourselves. Okay, we purify ourselves, we get the ability to control the mind, senses, and engage more in the service of the Lord and purify ourselves. And by purifying ourselves, we can go back to Krishna. Right? By purifying ourselves, Krishna will be pleased and he will bestow his mercy and we can go back to Krishna. And Krishna is eagerly waiting for us to return. So that is why Krishna is pleased. When we chant, Krishna is pleased because we can purify ourselves and we can go back. It's not that Krishna is, always wanting to hear his name. It's not like that. It is because Krishna wants us to purify and come back to Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan. So we'll read verse 198. ईश्वरेरा कर्म बुझे बारा शक्ति काया चंद्रे आचा दिला राहु ईश्वर इच्छाया. Who has the power to understand the activities of the Lord? By his desire, Rahu covered the moon. So here Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that just by the desire of the Lord, Rahu covered the moon. We see in various scriptures, Brahma Samhita, Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Puranas, it is explained that just by the desire of the Lord, millions of universes are floating. So what to speak of just one small moon in one universe being covered by Rahu? That's nothing. Sarvanavadvipe deke haila grahana utila mangala dvani Sri Hari Kirtana. When the inhabitants of Navadvipa saw the eclipse, they began to chant the auspicious names of Hari. So all the people, when they saw the eclipse, their desire was to just, not to get inflicted by this lunar eclipse, by the ill effects of lunar eclipse. So they were just chanting the holy name of Lord Hari. Ananta Arbuda Loka Ganga Snane Yaya Hari Bola Bali Sabde Daya. Millions of people went to take bath in the Ganges while chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol. As a lunar eclipse took place that evening, everyone engaged in chanting the holy names of Lord Hari and bathing in the Ganges as though unknowingly celebrating the appearance of the Lord. So generally devotees on auspicious tidis, they try to go to holy places and take bath in holy rivers and perform various special devotional activities on these special tidis. So similarly, when the Lord has appeared, millions of people, they went to take bath in the Ganges and simultaneously they were chanting the holy names of Lord Hari. So we can see from this that the Lord likes hearing the holy names. Especially Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he likes hearing Harinam. So he just wanted everyone to chant. He knows devotees are already chanting, but he wanted to make even the non-devotees chant, even common man chant. So with that pretext, he manifested a lunar eclipse. And with that lunar eclipse, all of the people, they went to take bath in the Ganges and they also chanted Harinam. Hena Hari Dwani Haila Sarva Nadiyaya Brahmanda Puriya Dwani Sthana Nahi Paya. The whole of Nadia was filled with the sound vibration of the name of Hari. Indeed, the sound vibration filled the entire universe and beyond. There was loud chanting of Harinam. It was not just the devotees that were chanting. Everyone was chanting And this sound vibration, it filled whole of Nadia. And it is explained that it's not just Nadia, the entire universe and beyond the universe was filled with this Haridwani. Apurva Shuniya Sabha Bhagavata Gana Sabha Bole Nirantara Hauka Grahana. Wow, now the devotees liked, even the devotees liked hearing Harinam. Translation: hearing this wonderful vibration, all the devotees remarked, let there be a perpetual eclipse. See, just as the Lord likes hearing the holy names, even the devotees like the holy name. Even the devotees like hearing and chanting the holy name. So, as the Haridwani was filling the Nadia and the entire universe and beyond, the devotees were also very happy. They were remarking that they understood that because of this eclipse, everyone is chanting Harinam. So they were thinking that, oh, I wish this lunar eclipse will last forever. So this is a test for us. What do we feel when we chant? What do we feel when we hear holy name? Do we like to hear more? Do we like to chant more? Or do we feel like me? I feel tired of chanting. Is it like that? So we have to gauge ourselves. Where are we? Text 203. Saba bole aji bada vasiye ullasa hena buji kiba Krishna karila prakasha. All the devotees said, from the great happiness that we are feeling today, it can be understood that Krishna must have appeared. So the devotees could feel. They were feeling great happiness. Happiness that they did not feel before. And they understood that Lord Krishna must have appeared somewhere on the earth. Ganga snane chalila sakala bhakta gana niravadi chaturdike hari sankirtana. As the devotees all went to take bath in the Ganges, the vibration of the name of Hari was continuously heard from all directions. Now the devotees also went to take bath in the Ganges, and as they were going, they could continuously hear Harinam from all directions. Kiba shishu vruddha nari sajana durjana sabe hari hari bole dekhiya grahana. Whether one was young, old, woman, pious or impious, everyone was engaged in chanting the name of Hari while observing the eclipse. So there was no distinction, caste or creed distinction, age or gender distinction, whether one is pious or impious. There was no distinction. Everyone was simply engaged in chanting the name of Lord Hari. And this was because of the eclipse. So the Lord tricked everyone in chanting the holy name by causing this eclipse. 206. Hari bola sabe e shuni sakala brahmande vyapi leka hari dwani. All one could hear was Haribol, Haribol. Thus the name of Lord Hari was heard throughout the entire universe. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is continuing to emphasize or to continue repeating the same point that the holy name was heard everywhere. Chaturdike pushpa vrishti kare devagana jaya shabde dundu biba jaye anukshana. The demigods showered flowers on all directions, and they played kettle drums as they chanted Jaya Jaya. See, not only people on this planet, were happy, but even the demigods, they were also jubilant. They also understood that the Lord has appeared, and in that joy they showered flowers and they played kettle drums and they chanted, all glories, all glories. He nai samaye sarva jagata jivana avatirna hailena Shri Sachi Nandana. At that very moment, the life of all living entities, Sri Sachinandana made his appearance. So amidst all of this jubilation that was going around, the chanting of Harinam, the bathing in the holy river Ganga, and this lunar eclipse, the pretext of lunar eclipse, chanting of holy name, at that very moment, the life of all living entities. Krishna is the life of all living entities, Prananath. Sri Sachinandana made his appearance. That's exactly when Lord Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandana has appeared. Rahu Kavale Indu Prakasha Nama Sindhu Kali Mardana Bhaje Bhana Pahu Bela Prakasha Bhuvana Chaturdasha Jaya Jaya Padila Goshana. When the moon was covered by Rahu, when the ocean of the holy names was manifest, when Kali was subdued, and when the flag of victory was raised, at that time the Supreme Lord appeared, and the 14 worlds filled with the sound of Jaya Jaya. When the sun and moon are at opposite extremes in their orbits, their shadows form Rahu and Ketu. Some explanation of the positioning of the stars and planets. When the sun and moon or rashis, or when the sun and moon or 6 rasis or signs from each other, or when they are at 180 degrees, the residents of this planet Earth see the shadow of Earth fall on the moon. This shadow is called Rahu. When the sun is covered by the shadow of the moon, it is said to be eclipsed by Ketu or Rahu. Also at the time of lunar eclipse, the earth's shadow is called Rahu. The word Kavala means swallowed. We generally hear that Rahu swallowing the moon. That is what is called Kavala. At the time of lunar eclipse or the swallowing of the moon by Rahu, people chant the holy names of the Lord, and the flag of victory over Kali is raised. See, this is how we can be victorious over Kali. Holy name. Chanting the holy names is the only way to be victorious over Kali, the ill effects of Kali. Kali Kalmasha Naha. The only way to destroy the ill effects of Kali is by chanting the holy names, especially Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The word Pahu means Lord, and the word Bela means became. So Pahu Bela Prakasha. The 14 worlds consist of the 7 upper planets Bhur, Bhuva, Swa, Maha, Janas, Tapas, Satya, and the 7 lower planets Atala, Vitala, etc. Text 210. Dekite Gauranga Chandra Nadiyara Loka Shoka Saba Nashala Dine Dine Bhadala Ananda. The happiness of the people of Nadia daily increased, and their lamentation was vanquished as they saw the moon-like Lord Gauranga. So after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Nadia, the happiness of the people living in Nadia daily increased, and all of their lamentation was vanquished when they saw the moon-like face of Lord Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So we see how beautifully Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has explained the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, while explaining his opulences to Arjuna, Krishna says, Athava bahuna tena kim gnatena tava Arjuna vishtapyam idam kritsnam ekamshena sthitam jagat. So Krishna says, Krishna while explaining all the opulences, this is from chapter 10, verse 42 in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna while explaining all the opulences, finally Krishna says, Oh Arjuna, but what need is there to understand my opulences? What need is there for this detailed knowledge? Just understand this much, that just by one single fragment, just ekamshena, just by one single fragment of myself, I pervade and support the entire universes, all the universes, millions of universes. Just by one single fragment, I am supporting all the universes. So we can understand how opulent Krishna is and how difficult it is to understand Krishna. For us, just to support ourselves, it is difficult. Support our family, it is difficult. Support the needs of our job, our boss, it is difficult. But Krishna, he's saying that just by one fragment means one small particle, just by one small particle, he is pervading and manifesting and supporting all the millions of universes. So it's very difficult to understand Krishna. So one may say then, if it is difficult to understand Krishna, then why should we even try to understand, right? That will be the obvious question, especially for the ignorant people of this Kali Yuga. They will ask this question. Even I will ask that question. If it is difficult to understand Krishna, then why should we even try? So the answer to that is also available in Bhagavad Gita. What does Krishna say? Krishna says in 4th chapter, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti so Arjuna. Krishna says, Oh Arjuna, my janma, my karma, they're all divyam. My appearance, my activities are transcendental. They are beyond material platform. And then, evam yoveti tattvataha. One who knows this in tattva, in truth. What happens? One who knows this in truth, tyaktva deham, when they leave this material body, the current material body, tyaktva deham punarjanma na. They won't have another punarjanma. They won't have another material life. They don't have to take birth again in this material world. Punarjanma naiti. Then what will happen? If there is no more birth, then what will happen? Krishna says, Mameti so Arjuna. You will, that such a soul will come back to my eternal abode. So that is what Krishna is explaining. So that is why we have to understand. We have to understand the appearance, the nature, the activities of Krishna so that we can get out of this material world, samsara. And then our acharyas explain, we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita especially, and other scriptures as well, that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give something that is even more higher, something that even Krishna cannot understand, something even Krishna wanted to understand. That is what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give is even difficult to understand. But it is possible. How is it possible? It is possible by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, by the mercy of our acharyas, by mercy of our Guru Parampara. That's the only way we can understand what Mahaprabhu has come to give. In So I want to focus on that aspect of Mahaprabhu's appearance. I think all of us have heard several times about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. So I just want to talk on various reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared so that I can internalize them, I can understand them, and I can appreciate them, and hopefully I will be able to realize and make more progress. So Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Mahaprabhu one day he was thinking, Krishna one day he was thinking that Sakala Jagate Mora Kare Vidhi Bhakti Vraja Bhava Paite Nahi Shakti. So Krishna was thinking Sakala Jagata Mora Kare Vidhi Bhakti. Everyone in this material world, they perform Vidhi Bhakti. They perform Bhakti, they perform worship according to scriptural injunctions, according to rules and regulations. Okay? So what is the problem, Krishna? They are worshipping you. So what is the problem? The problem is Vraja Vidhi Bhakti, Vraja Bhava Paite Nahi Shakti. The problem is by performing Vidhi Bhakti, one cannot attain Vrajabhav. So what is important about Vrajabhav? Vrajabhav is spontaneous loving devotion and affection to Krishna. We cannot attain that if we just stick to Vidhi Marg. Initially, all of us start off with Vidhi, Vaidhi Bhakti. But as we make progress, we have to grow. We have to develop some affection to Krishna. So that is what Krishna was thinking. That if one does not perform Vraja Bhakti with the worship in the loving sentiments of devotees of Vraja, the residents of Vrindavan, then it is not pleasing to me. So Vraja Bhakti is very important. Vidhi Bhakti is not pleasing to Krishna. Then further, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explains in chapter 4, Premarasa Niryas Karite Aswadan Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karun Eidui Hetu Hete Ichara Utkam. So Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives two reasons. Dui Hetu. Two reasons why Krishna came. Eidui Hetu Hete Ichara Udgam. Because of two reasons, there are some desires that developed in the heart of Krishna. What are they? Prema rasa niryasa karite aswadan. Niryas, the essence of prema rasa, Krishna wanted to taste. Aswadan. Krishna wanted to relish the essence of prema rasa. That is one reason. Another reason is Raga Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan. To do prachar, to preach in this material world. To preach what? Raga Marga Bhakti. Devotional service in Raga Marga. With affection, with spontaneous loving devotion and affection. The path, the marga, how to attain Raga Bhakti, the path that one needs to follow to attain Raga Bhakti, that is what Mahaprabhu, that was another desire that Krishna had. So because of these two desires, Rasika Shekara Krishna Parama Karun, Krishna is very, very merciful. And he is very Rasik. He is Rasika Shekara. Raso Vai Saha, Taittiriya Upanishad says that Krishna is full of all rasas. So Krishna wanted to taste this specific rasa, prema rasa. Prema rasa niryas karite aswadan. To taste the essence of prema rasa. So these are the two reasons. Because of these two reasons, and because Krishna is merciful, he wanted to distribute this Ragamarga Bhakti. He appeared in this world. So, and then there is also another explanation where there are 3 external reasons and 3 internal reasons. Several devotees have spoken very elaborately on this, so I won't go in detail. The main external reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared was, one was to give Prema Bhakti, just as we discussed in the previous verse, Prema Bhakti, Raga Marga Bhakti Karila Pracharan. And then to establish Yuga Dharma, to spread the holy name, chanting of the holy name, which is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga. And then finally, to answer or to respond, to reciprocate with Advaita Acharya. We know how Sri Advaita Acharya was bathing his Govardhan Shila with Ganga Jal and Tulsi, offering Tulsi and calling out loudly for the Lord to appear. So these were the 3 reasons. And then there are 3 internal reasons also, 3 hidden reasons also. And the 3 hidden reasons are Krishna wanted to understand the devotion of Srimati Radharani, to understand the nature of selfless love of Srimati Radharani. We know Srimati Radharani is always thinking of Krishna, always thinking of ways to please Krishna, different plans to please Krishna. And she is not interested in her own happiness. She is not interested for her own welfare, her own pleasure. No, her exclusive, one-pointed attention or focus is to please Krishna. So Krishna wanted to understand the devotion that Srimati Radharani has for himself. And then the second reason is Krishna wanted to taste his own sweetness. He wanted to understand the qualities in himself that attract Srimati Radharani. I think Amarendra Prabhu, once he was mentioning that a sugar crystal does not understand its own sweetness. Only the ant understands the sweetness of the sugar crystal. So same way, Krishna does not understand his sweet qualities. He has all the qualities, but he cannot taste them. But seeing Srimati Radharani tasting and relishing and enjoying the qualities in Krishna, Krishna also developed the desire to understand, to taste his own qualities. One more nice example His Grace Amarendra Prabhu was giving, that if you see, our acharyas explained that if we see Krishna, we will faint. But if we see Radharani, we will just die. So that's the greatness of Srimati Radharani. So in the material world generally, all of us, or at least the people who are on the material level, they are all attracted to people who have better material qualities, maybe intelligent, maybe more wealth, more strength, more beauty. Everyone is attracted to them. But in case of Srimati Radharani and Krishna, it is explained that Radharani is millions of times more beautiful than Krishna. Radharani is millions of times more intelligent, more smarter than Krishna, more stronger than Krishna. Radharani is more expert in various arts than Krishna. But she is attracted to Krishna. So Krishna does not understand this. How is it possible? I have lesser qualities than Radharani, but Radharani is attracted to me. So how is this possible? So Krishna does not understand this. So Krishna had the desire to understand this. And the third hidden or internal reason is Krishna wanted to understand what Radharani feels when Krishna reciprocates. See, definitely whenever somebody offers us something, we reciprocate. Let's say somebody helps us, we reciprocate. Somebody gives us a gift, we reciprocate. If somebody invites us to their home for lunch prasadam or dinner prasadam, we also reciprocate, we also invite. So, same way, but Krishna was not able to understand what is the happiness that Radharani feels when Krishna is reciprocating. See, Radharani is already higher than Krishna, so what can Krishna reciprocate? So, whatever little Krishna is trying to reciprocate, Radharani is satisfied and happy with that. Now, Krishna wanted to understand that also. What does she feel when I reciprocate? So, with all these three reasons, Krishna appeared in the womb of Mother Shachi. And it is explained just as how moon appears from the ocean, same way Gaurachandra, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, appeared from the womb of Mother Sachi. So, our acharyas explained that Krishna thought that Radharani will not explain this to him. Radharani will not be able to give this understanding to Krishna. So that is why Krishna, he took the mood of Srimati Radharani, he took the heart of Srimati Radharani and appeared as Paramadayalu Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, and this is purely out of his causeless mercy. Krishna's causeless mercy, he appeared as this most munificent, most merciful, most magnanimous incarnation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to distribute the topmost gift, the most elevated, exalted gift, which is Madhuryamai Prema Bhakti. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a verse that says, Anarpita charim chirat karunaya avatirna kalau samarpayutum unnata ujjvala rasam swa bhaktim shriyam. Anarpita charim chirat. So, Lord Krishna, he has appeared in this Kali Yuga. Karunaya avatirna kalau. Out of his causeless mercy, in this Kali Yuga, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to give something anarpita charim chirat, something that was never given before. What is that? Unnata ujjvala rasa. Unnata ujjvala rasa, which is the topmost gift that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give. Swa bhaktim shriyam, the beautiful devotional service, premamai bhakti to Sri Krishna. So, the essence of this verse is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to give prema. But if we study the other scriptures, like even Srimad Bhagavatam also, we see the concept of prema bhakti being explained. So this prema bhakti is not new. Even in other scriptures like Gita Govindam, Krishna Karnamrit, some of those scriptures also, I heard from other speakers that prema bhakti has been specified, has been given. So what is the speciality? So what is this anarpita charim chirat? What is it that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give? Why are our acharyas saying anarpita charim chirat? Why are they saying that he has come to give something that was not given before? Also, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see this, that when Madhavendra Puri, Shripad Madhavendra Puri, the Param Guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was about to leave this material world and enter into the eternal loving pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna, at that time he recited one verse. That verse is, Ai Deena Dayatra Nata He, Mathura Nata Kadava Lokyase, Hrudayam Tvad Aloka Kataram, Daita Brahmayati Kim Karomi Aham. This is a very beautiful verse. It is actually spoken by Srimati Radharani herself. But in here, it's being recited by Shripad Madhavendra Puri. He says, Ai Deena Dayatra Nata He. O Lord, Dina Dayatra, the most merciful master of Dina, of the fallen, of the humble devotees. It is said, Dinera Adhika Daya Kare Bhagavan. Krishna generally, the basic understanding that people have that God is neutral, God is impartial. But actually, if we study a little deeper, we see that Krishna, Lord, is partial. He is partial. He is partial to the devotees. And even this verse, Dinera Adhika Daya Kare Bhagavan, it says, Krishna gives daya, but he gives Adhika Daya to who? To Dina. Dinera Adhika Daya Kare Bhagavan. So it is very important for us to develop this quality of Dina. So in this verse, Srimati Radharani, she is saying, I Dina Dayatra Nata He, O Lord, O most merciful one, Mathura Nata Kadava Lokyase. Here there is a indirect mocking of Krishna. Srimati Radharani is saying, Mathura Nata, O Lord of Mathura, O Master of Mathura. When will I see you again? So Srimati Radharani is saying this verse when Krishna went to Mathura, when he left Vrindavan and he went to Mathura. So Srimati Radharani, to make fun of Krishna, she is saying this. When will I see you again? Oh Mathura Nath. Hrudayam tvad aloka kataram. Because of you leaving Vrindavan, because I am not able to see you, kadava lokyase, because I don't know when I will see you. Hrudayam tvad aloka kataram. Kataram, agitated. My heart is agitated. Because I am not able to see you, my heart is agitated. Finally, she says, Dhaita Brahmayati Kim Karomi Aham. Not only agitated, O Krishna, I am unsteady. I am unsteady because I am not able to see you and I don't know when I will see you. Finally, she says, Kim Karomi Aham. What should I do? What shall I do in this situation? Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, to this verse, he says that among all the jewels, especially the rare and valuable jewels, it is explained that Kaustuba jewel is the topmost. Similarly, among all the Rasika poetry, the vast treasure chest of verses, Rasika poetry, Rasa Kavya, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says that this is the topmost. This is the topmost verse among the Rasa poetry. And several reasons why. One of the reasons is because this verse was spoken by the topmost devotee of Sri Krishna, who is Srimati Radharani. And she spoke when she was in the topmost bhava of viraha. She was in the mood of separation, deep, agitated, unsteady, painful mood of viraha bhava, and that is when she recited this verse. That is why Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says that this is the topmost verse among all the rasa poetry. In Madhavendra Puri also, feeling separation from the Lord, he was also chanting this verse. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is explained that when somebody chanted this verse, even when Mahaprabhu heard just a few words of this verse, it would tear open the door. These are the exact words that were given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It would tear open the door of Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love and cause him to faint, fall unconsciously. This verse was so dear to Mahaprabhu. So, based on this verse, we see that even in the life of Madhavendra Puri also, we see this prema bhakti being present. So now what is this Anarpita Charim Chirat? So what is it? Why are we saying that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to Samarpayitum Unnata Ujvala Rasa? What is this? That we are saying Anarpita Charim Chirat, that nobody has given before, it did not exist before. So what is this? What love did Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to offer? So this we can understand only by the mercy of Srimati Radharani and our Acharyas. So our Acharyas explain that the topmost gift that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give is the Manjari Sadhana. Manjari Upasana Paddhati or Radha Dasyam. Before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, nobody gave this process. Nobody preached about this process. And we know we can give only that which we have. Let's say if I have $100, I can give only $100. I cannot give $1,000. If I have $1, I can only give $1. If I know only ABCDs, I can only teach ABCDs. Same way, one can give only that gift that they possess. They cannot give anything more. So this only Radharani possessed. So Krishna and Radharani, they became one and appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they gave the topmost gift. This is the Anarpita Charim Chirat. This Manjari Baba, Manjari Upasana is the topmost gift that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. And whatever I am speaking, it is based on what I have heard and read in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So it's not, I have not realized this, I have not even understood this. So whatever I am speaking, it is just like a parrot repeating what I heard and read. So Krishna Prema, see, sometimes we hear that, these are all deep topics, we should not hear, we have to hear only Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, basic concepts. Initially, in the beginning days, even I was also in the same concept. Even today, I am still a beginning devotee. I am a neophyte. I am still yet to understand what bhakti means. But due to mercy of my Guru Maharaj, mercy of the Vaishnava Association, I understand that these are some subject matter we have to study, we have to understand to make progress. And these are given by Srila Prabhupada himself in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So these are some things that we have to, at one point in our life, we have to understand. So our Acharyas explain that Krishna Prema is classified into three categories. One is, especially I think this was spoken by Sri Jahnavi Mata. There are three, that is Sadharana, Samanjasa and Samartha. These are the three categories. Sadharana Prema is seen in devotees like Kubja, where the devotee only desires to enjoy, Sambhoga Icha. The desire is to enjoy with Krishna, to take pleasure being with Krishna. Then the next one is Samanjasa. Samanjasa, this is found in the queens of Dwaraka especially, found in Dwarakapuri, where the devotee wants to enjoy with Krishna, but at the same time they want to please Krishna also. The happiness is felt by both the devotee as well as Krishna. So that is Samanjasa. And then the third one is Samartharati. And this is found only in Vrindavan. In this, the devotee only cares about the pleasure of Krishna. They only want to please Krishna in all possible ways. They don't desire individual or self-happiness. Self-pleasure does not exist. And Manjari Bhava, it comes in this category. And this is what is called as Bhava Ullasa Rati. And this is the topmost. Bhava Ullasa Rati is explained as the excitement or happiness that is derived when Radha and Krishna have pastimes, when they perform various pastimes, when they sport and enjoy with each other. At this point, the Manjaris feel the topmost happiness. Actually, they feel more pleasure than what Srimati Radharani and Krishna are experiencing. This is the Bhava Ullasarati, the pleasure, the topmost pleasure that is felt by the Manjaris. And it is explained that the Manjaris, they exclusively think of how to please Srimati Radharani. They don't have any other goal. They don't have any other agenda. Through their thoughts, words, deeds, activities, they only desire to please Srimati Radharani. And this is available only in Vrindavan, nowhere else. Even great devatas, demigods, great personalities, even they cannot understand this. They have no entry into this Vraja Prema. I know we are running out of time, so I wanted to speak a little bit more, but I will end here because I have another call coming up at work, so I will conclude. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared to give this topmost gift. There is a lot to elaborate, but due to short of time, I'm sorry I will not be able to speak more. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has put this prema in this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He has imbued this prema in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and he freely distributed to everyone. It is said, Utite boshite kaite suite jaha taha namulo desha kala niyamanai sarva siddhi hoy. It is said, Utite boshite suite kaite. Whether one is awake, whether one is sleeping, whether one is walking, whether one is sitting, Utite boshite suite, or when is eating kaite, doesn't matter. Yatha tata namulo. Where are you? Wherever you are, whatever circumstances you are, just chant the holy name. And what will happen with that? Desha, and then also Desha Kala Niyamanai. No restrictions of time, place, circumstance. What will happen with that? Sarva Siddhi Hoy. You will achieve the topmost perfection, the highest perfection. You will attain all perfection, Sarva Siddhi. So our Acharyas explain that chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra constantly, we can attain the highest perfection. We will become capable of attaining the topmost gift of prema. We will become capable to attain this topmost gift. And this is the most easy and simple process Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give. This is what Anarpita Charim Chirat is referring to. Holy name was there, prema was there before Mahaprabhu appeared. But Mahaprabhu combined both of them and he gave that through the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Thank you all devotees for giving me this opportunity and for joining and hearing whatever I have spoken. If there are any mistakes, please pray for me and bless me so that, and correct me so I can improve. And if you are pleased with even one word or one statement, again I request, same request, please pray and bless me so that I can improve in my bhakti. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for such a fantastic class. I really love the class a lot, especially about what this topmost love is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. What is the speciality? So thank you so much for elaborating and defining what it is. And also about the different types of devotees, the different types of prema shown by devotees. Thank you for clarifying that too. Very, very nicely researched class as always. Thank you, Prabhu. Very honored to have you on the call. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, now we all can unmute and
Hare Krishna, Adhi, no,
Okay, Hare Krishna. Oh, who should speak? I
Go
can
ahead,
go?
Mata.
Okay. Prabhu, I know you said you have to rush off for a call. Do you have time for a question? Or no?
Mataji, maybe
Next
4
time.
minutes. I can stay on for maybe another 4 minutes. But Mataji, I will caution you, this subject matter is very deep and have no realization, no understanding. But I will try,
Well,
Mataji. And if I cannot, I will definitely
yeah, your realization is definitely far exceeds mine. So I will try 2 quick things. One is, as you said, Manjari Bhav, so the happiness of Manjari Bhav surpasses that of even Radharani. So why did Krishna come as Lord Chaitanya to experience Manjari Bhav?
So he wanted to, so along with Mahaprabhu, he brought the Goswamis, who are the Manjaris in the spiritual world, and he wanted them to distribute it.
Oh, okay. And then the other, you see, I told you. Thank you. And then you also said that, those of us who are unintelligent, and I will fall into this category because I also have this question, we will ask, well, if it's impossible to understand Krishna, then why bother? And then you said, well, it's because if you get to understand Krishna, then you don't have to come back here. But my question remains, if it's impossible to know Krishna, then how is it possible to know Krishna?
So Mataji, if I think I used the word difficult. I don't think I used the word impossible. And if I used impossible, then that is the wrong word. It is difficult.
But yeah, well, I know in the Gita, this word difficult is often used, but the purport is actually practically impossible.
So Mataji, it is not impossible. It is possible because we know devotees have realized, we know devotees have understood Krishna. So it is possible, but it is difficult. And what makes it easy is the mercy of Srimati Radharani and all the devotees, acharyas that are coming in our parampara. In any bona fide sampradaya, if we follow the teachings that are given in any bona fide sampradaya, the 4 bona fide sampradayas, then it will make the process will become easy. So very easy example, Mataji, in the beginning when we are starting to walk, we find it very difficult. When we are beginning to write, I have a small child, and to make him practice writing alphabets, it's very difficult. And I have an elder child also. So I know in the beginning days, it was very difficult for him to write, and he was pushing back, But as he practiced, as he followed the instructions, it became very easy for him to write. So same way, it is difficult, but it is not impossible. Like that same way, even understanding Krishna also, it is difficult, definitely, but it is not impossible. It is our heart. If we have the desire to understand Krishna, then everything will fall in place. Krishna will send specific lectures for you to hear, or Krishna will send specific devotees into your life who can clarify those doubts.
Okay, so when we say it's very difficult, what we mean is it's difficult if you have not been given a proper process only.
No, if we don't desire, see, the process is there. Like Vrindavan Das Thakur was also saying how Krishna he distributed this holy name in the material world, in the air. It's there everywhere. It is there. But only those who have the desire, they will be able to catch it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, to say, well, if you don't desire, then it becomes irrelevant whether it's difficult or easy, right? I mean, to say,
right.
Yeah, so.
But then Mataji, our devotees, they're chala. Just as how Mahaprabhu used the lunar eclipse to advent, similarly, our devotees also use several tricks. One of the tricks that the devotees use is prasadam. We distribute prasadam. That's one of the reasons why we distribute prasadam. And then that is one of the reasons why we go out on doing Nagar Sankirtan. That is one of the reasons why we go out doing book distribution. Because through these processes, we contact people, those who are not interested, or those who have no idea of what this process of bhakti is. And by contacting them, we touch their life. By just giving them little prasadam, by them just touching the Bhagavad Gita, not buying, forget about buying it, even just touching the Bhagavad Gita, or even just seeing the Bhagavad Gita, even just seeing the picture of Bhagavad Gita, or even seeing the devotees walking on the road singing Harinam Kirtan, hearing the Harinam Kirtan, they may not have any interest, but still, just because they had some brief association with any of these processes related to bhakti, their life, devotional life has started.
Yeah.
So even if somebody is not interested, Mataji, this process is easy, simple, and devotees are very merciful. They want to spread and reach out to people who are not interested or who are not fortunate to get to this path. So it is not difficult. Sorry, it is not impossible. It is difficult. And those who have the desire, for them it becomes easy. For those who do not have the desire, for them it will remain difficult. And when they associate with devotees by divine arrangement, if they associate with devotees, the process will become easy for them also.
Yes, but as long as you don't have desire, and as long as you have not come in contact with devotees, then it seems practically impossible.
Correct. That's correct, Mother. Very true.
Okay.
Yeah. See, we can easily understand that in the classroom there may be 50 kids, and the teacher is explaining some complex math algorithm or whatever, and some kids may not be interested, and some kids may be interested, and the teacher will focus on those kids who are interested. Those who are not interested, those who don't want to learn more, those who don't want to go deeper, the teacher will not educate them. Teacher will not pay attention to them. But those who are interested, those who are ready to stay back after school and understand more, for them the teacher will pay more attention. So same way, Krishna also, if we are not interested, Krishna does not want to bother. Krishna is only interested in those who are eager to come back. But Krishna, being the most merciful personality, he is always eager to bring all of us back. Not just those who are interested, even those who are not interested, he is eager to bring them back also. So that is why he came as Mahaprabhu. That is why he came as Mahaprabhu, to give the holy name. So somebody may not be interested in chanting holy name, but still they are hearing. See, when we play Kirtan, when we go to Bhakti Vriksha programs, we sing Kirtan, those neighboring apartments or neighboring houses, those who are not interested, they are also able to hear the Harinam. They are not interested, but they are hearing. They don't have desire, but still they are hearing. And we go out and distribute prasadam. They are not interested. They are not eager to take prasadam. They don't desire, but still we are giving. This is all Mahaprabhu's tricks, ways, trick in not in a bad way, but trick in a positive way to elevate, to uddar, to elevate everyone. That is Mahaprabhu's ways of, delivering everyone. So in one way, yeah, those who are not interested, Krishna is not interested in them. Ye yatamam prapadyante, Krishna says that if you are not interested, I will also not be interested. But Krishna is not, that is not true face of Krishna. True face of Krishna is Parama Karuna, very merciful. And he comes up with mysterious ways to give his Karuna. Even to those who are not interested and not desiring, he will give. I mean, it's a difficult subject matter, Mataji. It is also
No. Your analogy and explanation was very nice, very nice. And that verse that was cited in that regard, where what verse? I just wanted the verse number in the Gita. Why we should try to learn so that we don't have to come back here. Which verse was that in Gita?
Are you referring to
in the Gita? Those.
That one? 4.9.
Yeah, 4.9, right?
Yeah, 4.9.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Saciparana Gaurahari Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class and for explaining all the verses so beautifully and in so depth. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, if you have any questions or realizations, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, it is Saciparana Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai. As usual, Prabhuji, so deep devotional class. I take only 2 minutes. Just whatever I learned from you, as it is, I share. Material world, material quality, material people are finding a material quality, wealth, strength, beauty in a material people. But Srimati Shri Radharani million times smarter than and stronger than Lord Krishna. Srimati Shri Radharani is very expert in various art. I have Lord Krishna said, I have less quality. Krishna has to desire to understand what Radharani feel when Krishna reciprocate with him. Radharani is higher than Krishna. And then you explain about the Madhuryamai Prema Bhakti. Then what she feel, what I reciprocate with Srimati Shri Radharani, what is her bhav, उनके अंतर का भाव क्या होता है, उनका मूड क्या होता है, वो श्री लॉर्ड कृष्णा को समझना था. लॉर्ड कृष्णा appeared in this Kaliyuga Unnat Ujjwal Ras, beautiful devotional service. Then you explain from Vedic Bhakti and Shri Vraja Bhakti that we have to stay in Shridham Vrindavan Dham and we have to serve Dhamavasi, and then reciprocate with the Advaita Shri Advait Acharya with the Shri Gangajal, Srimati Shri Tulsi Dal and Shri Shaligramji. We know the story, Prabhuji. Yeah, that's why not explained. 3 hidden reasons are devotion of Srimati Shri Radharani always to please Lord Krishna, exclusive to please Krishna by Srimati Shri Radharani. Third, you have given such a nice example of that crystal sugar don't know the taste of that sugar, but the aunt know the taste of that sugar, that what is, how much its taste is. So by that way you want to explain that Lord Krishna want to know that how much Srimati Shri Radharani love me, and then his devotional vow. Then you explain about the lunar जो ग्रहण होता है तभी आपने उसका बहुत अच्छा कंपैरिजन किया, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन प्रसादम बाय डीओटी. श्रीमद देन यू एक्सप्लेन अबाउट द श्रीमद श्री भागवतम प्रेम भक्ति इज नॉट नो, एंड देन गीत गोविंदा कृष्ण कर्णामूर्त, व्हाट इज द I forgot this, Prabhuji, please forgive me. Then Shripad, Shri Madhavendra Puri, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then you explained about the Deen Dayal, fallen soul of the devotee. God is the impersonal, Lord is the impersonal, and He is so merciful कि छोटी सी भी सेवा करते हैं पत्रम पुष्पम, फिर भी भगवान उनको भूलते नहीं और उनकी मर्सी देते हैं. Then you explained about the Mathura Nath, श्री द्वारकाधीश devotee का मूड क्या है, तो they take a pleasure and they give a pleasure to Lord Shri Dwarkadis. Then because of the loving exchange in the Shridham Vrindavan Dham, my heart agitated. And last, Prabhuji, take only 1 minute. Bhava, Ullasa and Rati, you explained from the various enjoyment by the Shri Manjari ji is Bhav, you explained more than Srimati Shri Radharani. And Shri Madhavendra Puri chanting this versa, and I forgot to write down. My Prabhu here, Shri Mahaprabhu hear that verses and tear open, especially you आपने बाहर दिया था tear open the door of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We get the mercy of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Topmost gift is Manjari ji, Srimati Shri Manjari ji's Upasana Paddhati, Shri Radha Dashyam, and जिसके पास जितना नॉलेज होता है इतना ही वो एक्सप्लेन करते हैं. Some are explaining only from ABCD, or some are explaining from very very high level. But Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani, our Guru by the mercy of our Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master, only that gives Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And then Lord Krishna and Srimati Radharani become one by Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they become Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji. And you explain about the Kubja story, and Shri Dwarkadi's story also, and the mood of Srimati Shri Radharani, even Devi Devta cannot enter in Shridham Vrindavan Dham. So and we have to chant our Hare Krishna Mahamantra attentively. उठिते बोसिते खाइते पीते यथा तथा नाम ले. Just chant Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Very high subject, Prabhuji. Me ant leg devotee mata Prabhuji, छोटे से एंट के लेग जितनी ड्यूटी पर प्रभुजी आपने बहुत अच्छा भाव आज एक्सप्लेन किया. प्रभुजी कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम. श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय. अच्ची सच्ची गौर प्रभु की जय. श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय. थैंक यू प्रभु.
Thank you so much, Mataji. You have summarized it much better than what I said. Thank you so much.
I would like to thank once again His Grace Saciparana Gaurahari Prabhuji for his valuable time and association today, and also for a very nectarian class. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Looking forward to your association more often. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, if there are no more questions or realizations, with Prabhuji's permission and all the devotees' permission, I would like to close the call today. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namah. अनंत वैष्णव वृंद की जय. नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय. श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री चैतन्य भागवत क्लास की जय. हिज ग्रेस सच्चिदानंद गौरहरि प्रभु जी की जय.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for such a